What's up, YouTube? Mini Minchino here, and welcome back to another episode of Creative Builds. Last time, we had a little tour of our finished cave home, and there's a couple changes I did since then. Basically last night, or just before SummerSlam came on, my boyfriend had a couple suggestions. So, yeah, I'm gonna show those to you very quickly before we get off to the rest of our build here. He suggested dogs, so we've got a couple here. He's a little bit upset. Sorry, buddy. He was a baby before. That dude grew up fast. We got another dude chilling right here. Oh no, they're still babies. And no, he's a big dog chilling out there. Hi, buddy. How you doing? Aw, so cute. So we've got 3 dogs here chilling out in the cave. And last but certainly not least in this change of montage of changes, not really a montage I guess, but you know, thing of show-offery, I guess. I don't even know what to call it. But either way, my boyfriend suggested making the curtains to the bathroom gray. And because I just felt like the white popped too much. And I feel like it's better, but not, I don't know, not entirely great. And he also suggested that I change the carpet to black instead of bright red. And, I don't know, I feel like it's, I don't know, it doesn't hurt the eyes as much? I'm not entirely sure, if I can be honest with you. But you know what, I went with it, and, yeah, here's just a brief look at our Oasis, our second Oasis again, because I just love it so much. But yeah, those are our changes, and that's basically it. We ended off yesterday's video pretty much by coming to the top area of our cave, I guess the equivalent of the backyard, I don't know. And we made this little outline. I've modified it slightly to design like a little fence, but basically floor level is going to be where we're standing right now. So basically on this block here, that's going to be floor level. And we're going to have some stuff going on. And I started off screen working on a little bit of a fence design. I wanted to go slightly unique because of our friends, the trapdoors. Now, apparently I missed a spot here, so let's just go ahead and put that in. Do I want it to go all the way over? I'm gonna leave this one blank for now. I'm also using the full smooth stone block. This is what the stone slabs would look like without the line in between them. I don't think they're available in survival mode yet. However, we're in creative mode, so, you know, we're just gonna roll with it. I also modified the pathway over here a little bit. I'm not sure. Do I want to bring another puzzle there? Do I? Maybe roll that. I'm not entirely sure if I can be honest, but we're gonna go ahead and actually finish off this fence design. Now, essentially what I did for the fence design is I held shift and jumped and placed trapdoors. So we're just gonna do that, and things are gonna be pretty awesome, I feel like. Now, can I do? Oh, I can. Oh, that's gonna be even faster. Okay, sure. I'm not against that. So we're gonna head all the way over here, then our fence makes a little step up. And I feel like this is gonna look pretty good. And you might be wondering, if I'm gonna put the shed in this corner, why am I building a fence here? And that is just pretty much because we had that at our old house. And this backyard area is basically inspired by the old house that I used to live in. Not the recent move. That, like, not from the house that my parents moved out of in June. But the house that we moved out of maybe about 10, 12 years ago, when I was a lot younger. When I was about, I want to say I was about 14 when we moved out. But yeah, there's our trapdoors placed along the edge of the fences here. Now, it looks very strange right now, so we're just going to start this magic by, you know, opening all these trapdoors, because why not? And I feel like it's going to look pretty cool. It's going to kind of, I wanted something to simulate the fence we used to have, because along It's not entirely accurate though, but you know, along the side of our house, we had a pathway going toward the backyard, and we had it blocked off because at the time we had a dog. We had a German Shepherd named Sasha, and she was the best dog ever. And I know a lot of people are pretty willing to say that about their dog, but you know, she was kind of awesome. And you know, we wanted to build like a little area for her, and also just to kind of separate everything, separate the area, and just kind of, I don't know, make things generally make a little more sense to us. So we had that whole area was kind of blocked off, and I don't even know what I was gonna say. That whole area was blocked off. Can we still go through that? No, we cannot. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So that's gonna go there. So that's gonna create this little corner here. But the fence was kind of like this. It was like your typical, not really a picket fence, but like, you know, those big fences you'd see on side of homes, I guess. I don't know how to describe them, if I'm honest with you. But it also had like this little mesh up top. Not really mesh, I guess. It was like a wooden, it seemed more decorative than anything, but it was really nice, and that's what I feel like this represents, I guess. I'm debating on jungle wood for those, the jungle doors. Maybe I'll change that? But yeah, we had this kind of thing, and then toward like the shed and the back of the house and stuff, it went up a little bit higher because there was a bit of a hill. So I wanted to just to kind of simulate that as best I can, and also try to do something unique with, you know, one of the new features in Minecraft. That being, you know, that being these newfangled trapdoors, which I did, you know, use them in the other builds. I switched out, like, for a lot of birch doors and stuff like that. But I want to use some of these, because I feel like a lot of these don't usually work particularly well in a modern setting, and that's kind of the style I'm going for here. But, you know, maybe using them as, like, something other than doors, which is weird talking about doors, and making like a little fence sort of dealio happening here, you know? I feel like that looks okay. And then we make the floor a little bit higher. This fence is gonna be, you know, at about this height kind of thing. So it's gonna be like that, you know? But speaking of that, we might as well work on what we're gonna do with the floor area, and I'm not sure yet. So, in our yard, we had blocks like this. I don't necessarily want to roll with those. Well, we had slabs like this, not really blocks, I guess. But, we had like a slab dealio like that. But I'm not sure I want to roll with it, just simply because it kind of looks like the edge, and I'm not sure what I want to switch the edge out to, because I don't want to make it trapdoors going all the way down. Just because I feel like it doesn't look very good. But, you know, well, let's see what kind of stone we can work with here. I mean, we got sandstone, we got cobblestone. Not necessarily sure what I want to roll with here, though. Redstone ore, not exactly down with. Mossy cobble. Smooth stone is what I used. Smooth sandstone? Okay. Stone bricks. Infested stone bricks. No, I don't want no infested shenanigans going on up in here. Let's see here. I want something... maybe diorite? Whoops. Diorite? No, no, no. Can I do polished diorite? That might be a thing. That might be a thing I do. Can I do that? Can it look okay, possibly? I'm gonna go ahead and chalk this up to possibly. I may consider... I don't know, actually. Like, this might be what I do. This might be a thing that I do. Now, this here, I'm probably gonna use, like, gray concrete powder for like, the, floor of the shed area. We're gonna work on that, and this is very blocky, actually, if I'm honest. Now, this area, actually, when I was younger, had a tree that I refused to let my parents cut down. I may consider putting that in here. I think that might look very, very good. There was a tree right up... This was a hill, right? So this is probably going to go up kind of like this. Whoops. Which is going to cover part of the fence. But it's probably going to come up like a so. And, I mean, let's just say it was a hill. Pretend it's a hill. Right at the edge of the hill, say about here. Kind of like here-ish. There was a tree, just a nice big old tree. Don't know what kind it was, but it was there, and my parents wanted to cut it down one time to make room for something, or just to kind of make room for the backyard to kind of have... My mom wanted to pave this whole thing over, have a little garden on the side, a little bit of decoration-y stuff over there, and, you know, just so it would be pretty and all that kind of stuff, and I refused to let them cut down the tree because I wanted there to be more nature than a manicured garden. And, you know, they let me have my way. Surprisingly enough, I'm honestly very surprised that they let me have my way in terms of that. I'm going to leave these here so I know where the gazebo is going to go. I do feel like, however, I don't know, I feel like with these... Maybe I'll put... I should probably switch these out for something else and then put them in along... We're figuring things out, you guys. And then maybe have the diorite along the inside? Have it kind of along the gazebo-y area, so to speak. We're gonna have that kind of here. So we're gonna try this. I don't even know what I'm doing right now, you guys. I really honestly don't. So we're gonna remove all this diorite that I spent so much time putting in and such. How are we doing for time, speaking of? About 12 minutes in, we barely accomplished a thing, but you know, that's how we roll on creative builds. We just kind of talk about random stuff. But yeah, I might put that tree that I was mentioning in here, just because, I mean, if this is supposed to remind me of home, or my former home, I guess, then, or my former home, I don't even know, the old house, way back when, I'm gonna, you know, then it makes sense to me to kind of have it as accurate as possible. The one thing my dad did do with the tree, though, because my mom really wanted it to be, like, all specific and stuff, was he actually built a little enclosure around the tree and then just put more dirt in it. So the dirt kind of went, like, a good quarter way up the tree. But the tree itself stayed, and it survived, right up until the day we moved out. And, you know, I'm not entirely sure if it's still there or not. It very well could be. I feel like perhaps, was this meant to be, originally meant to be, was this originally meant to be? I kind of feel like, I kind of like the hill aspect of it, but maybe I'll move this guy down and have it more like this. That way, it's not as drastic of a hill kind of thing, and then I can have like the tree here at the bottom of the hill, so to speak, if you know what I mean, you know? And it could be a thing. It could be a thing. Either that, or I can move this one over, which I can totally do as well. So it can be... Because the tree itself did kind of invade this area, because it was kind of like, it was made of wood as well. So let's take some trapdoor kind of things here. And, it was kind of here in the corner, right? But it's gonna look weird right up against the fence, I feel like, but it's also gonna look weird it being a block out. But maybe that's what we want. Maybe that's what we want. So, what if I go boom, 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 and put a tree in there? It kind of looks like a garbage can, if I'm honest with you, because it did kind of invaded the side, but it was right up against the thing. So Maybe for the sake of aesthetics, we're gonna dial that back and bring it, say, over here. Or make one of those like giant those trees that are like 4 wide. I feel like we're gonna do this now. We're totally gonna do this now. Just have like a 4 wide tree just nestled up in here. So get rid of that, put that grass in there. What kind of tree would we like? I mean, can we do... What kind of tree can we make that big? I don't think we can do it with oak wood though, can we? I know spruce. I know spruce can go pretty big. It turns stuff into podzol though, so we're gonna have to do some switching back. And just kind of roll with what we got. Let's try the oak first. So if we do something like that, and like bone meal it up. Oh, hello. That was very, this is very not exactly the size I wanted, and I can't even tell if it did what I wanted it to do. So I guess we're just gonna break in here. It really did not. It really did not do what we wanted. And did it break some of these doors? No, it didn't actually. Okay, was that... Did we accidentally use spruce? I feel like we may have done by accident. So let's go ahead and take this tree out. I know this is... Dang it! I broke my door. I broke my door, now I gotta fix it. Okay, no, you know what? That's fine. That honestly works too, because you can't really... There's not really an indicator to tell whether it's upside down, is there? They kind of look the same all the way through. I will take that. I will not be upset by this. I need to do some finagling. Maybe dark oak. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's dark oak that does it. I feel like... Okay. Maybe that's what does it. So we're gonna have like a dark oak tree here or something. Because I feel like this is a little bit on the tall side. No, it's definitely oak. Yeah, because that's not... That wasn't, Let's try the spruce first. It was a small oak tree. You gonna go? No? Still no? Okay. Okay. So let's do some dark oak then. Let's hope that that works. Now, what button were you? That, and that. Okay. And... Well, this is very anticlimactic. I may have to consider tearing stuff out, doing the tree, and then redoing it. Might be what I do. Either that, or I'm gonna have to venture into custom tree territory. But I do like the size of this, and I like how the fence turned out, and stuff like that, so, yeah, this is some, anticlimactic tree shenanigans. But it's the, beginning of some memories here, you know? So, I'm thinking this video may have come to its conclusion, if I can be honest. I feel like we've hit its natural conclusion, so I'm gonna go ahead and fly right on up here. Boom. Flying on up, taking a look. This is what we've accomplished today, and I did half of it off screen. Well, I mean, all I really did off screen was make the border and, fancy stuff. I might switch out the border though. Maybe I'll go like a spruce border or something to go with the trapdoors. Kind of make it, I don't know, make like a segue or something. I don't know. You guys can let me know in the comments down below, and we'll see what we can do. But for now, you guys, I think, like I said, the video has come to its natural conclusion, so we're going to go ahead and conclude it. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, Minnie out.